So what I want to take a look at today is a brief introduction to who we are. There's a few new people in the room, not so many as times in the past. So for those who are already members, you're going to see the same thing that you've seen before. I apologize for that, but repetition's not a bad thing. For the new people, we'll give you an idea of what the OMAC Packaging Work Group really is and what we're all about. After that, I'm going to talk about the survey that we did over the last year and some of the results that we've seen from a high level. I won't get into any of the real details of that survey. We're still analyzing it, but I'll give you some high-level statistics that we've seen. And then lastly, I'm going to give you a review of what we've done for the last year and where we're headed for the coming year in terms of our activities within the Packaging Work Group. So to start with the OMAC Packaging Work Group and who we are, OMAC is the Organization for Machine Automation and Control, and within it there's two different work groups. There's the Packaging Work Group and the Machine Tool Work Group. Machine Tool Work Group happens to be meeting in the room next to us, going over basically the same thing we're doing at their level of committee support. And for us, we have a very strong vision and mission that we've put together in the last year to give us a direction of where it is that we want to go with the Packaging Work Group, why we exist, where we're going, what we want to deliver to the industry. So our vision is to be able to maximize business value. It's what it really comes down to. We want to do that through implementing standards that increase flexibility, that reduce total cost of ownership, improve safety, etc. So the vision is really to be able to maximize the business value of packaging. The mission that's going to help us accomplish that is we want to be the guidepost in the industry for these standards. We want, when somebody thinks about doing a packaging machine, we want them to automatically turn to us and say, that's how we want to do it. I liken it a little bit to where batch control was in the past. If you go back 25 years ago and you say, I need a batch system, you get 100 different people raising their hands saying, I can do batch, and I do it this way, and it's different from everybody else because, well, S88 came around. We came up with a standardized way to do batch. There was some resistance, no doubt. But nowadays, if you say, I want a batch system, but I don't want S88, people look at you crazy and say, what are you smoking? That's how you do batch. Well, that's what we want packaging to be in the future, is to be able to say, when somebody says, I want a packing machine, but I don't want PackML, the machine builder looks at him and says, you're nuts. That's how you do packaging. So that's where we want to get to. That's what we mean by being the guidepost. And I think we're on the path to get there, following the same struggles and the same path that S88 had for batch control, but we're going to achieve. So we have some clear goals that drive the activities to help us get to that point of being the guidepost, the standard for the packaging industry. We support end users and machine builders mostly, though also we're working a lot with system integrators as well as the technology providers to be able to have more choice, to have flexibility. We want the day to be gone where, as an end user, we say, you must use this technology platform. Instead, we want to say, you need to use this specification that's an industry standard. And machine builder, use the technology platform that's going to do what you need to do on your machine because you know your machine. We don't. We're the end user. We know what we want it to do, but we don't know how to design it. Otherwise, we do it ourselves. So why should we specify what technology platform you have to use? Instead, we should be specifying the methodology, a standard approach to doing it so that the different platforms